better be somebody. Hop in my seats, massaging. Watch how I lead the posse. I made a M deposit.
Paid all these dudes with the game. Sacrifice your strides for that stain. Sacrifice. Heard you sacrifice your life for that change. She sacrificed that money for white. Left hand got 3 rings. That's brum brum. We up one. Bad, just savage. Take her to the mall and buy something. That's gonna wanna make your friends come. Make way with the timing. Tell me. Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? 10 toes, yeah, you gotta stay down, eh? Just some yawn, looking for a way out, eh? People watching, yeah, I gotta skip town, eh? Hit my phone if you need a hold.
I done made sacrifices. So many sacrifices. Straight up. I done gave up so much free time, knowing time ain't free. I sacrificed it. My girl showed me love, she know I make sacrifices. And if it's real love, then you make sacrifices. To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah. I know my great auntie was a slave. I could only imagine all the sacrifice she made. I could only imagine all that she had to take. I'ma make sure all the she gave wasn't in vain. I sacrificed for your entertainment, boy. I'm Mr. Anderson in the Matrix. Check the last name, it's all facts. In the human race, it's all about pacing. Look at all the ones I outlasted. I'm the one at the end like I count backwards. Never satisfied, details classified till the afterlife. Make a sacrifice down.
Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice?
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck undercover. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in the illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. I'm it. Squad. 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 Square one, it's hard to square up. Everybody got come, mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party, I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced there before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them off. That's a floss track, better get them off. I'ma keep eating this a dinner rush. I'll let you finish, y'all. Block of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness. I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight and lose your mind. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Buccaneers are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Patriots, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First carry now for Doug Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down. There.
I got him. You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me. Right here. Strong left. Right here. Ready. Running.
On second down, Martin. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Jameis on second down. His throw incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. For the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On play action, now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot 1st down. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 3rd down. Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Gillisley. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They run it again with Martin. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
2nd down, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, here's Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on third down. Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Noah Spence in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They run again on first down. Martin. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a second down throw for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw, it's Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Martellus Bennett moves on to Green Bay, so what do the Patriots do? They go get Dwayne Allen from Indianapolis.
Yeah, for a 4th-round draft pick, and last year he had 35 catches, 6 touchdowns as a Colt. And also the Patriots got Brandon Cooks, Coney Ealy, and Allen all for draft picks. Play action, now it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
For young quarterbacks, having that primary target's a big deal, and Mike Evans serves as that for Jameis Winston. Evans led the league in targets in 2016.
And went after him a ton. He also was 6th in catches, 4th in yards, and tied for 2nd in touchdowns.
And played in his first Pro Bowl.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Winston with a give to Martin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Let's go now.
Jameis to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. From midfield, here's Brady. And Cooks hands it over the middle. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. And his kick is good. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 28.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Winston shrugs him off. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. This is Lewis. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Brady will try again on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, Brady lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The quick feet by Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Final play of the half here. Winston toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something.
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Brady to throw on second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down now after the incompletion. And a 10th carry here for Martin. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down. Ready. Blue 80. 54 fight. Check. Watch 54.
Now Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the pick. Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Lewis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
New England on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Winston now to throw on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play fake to Sims, now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on 2nd down. Brady going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete to Lewis. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call him the passing backs. They get him the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They try again with Lewis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Gillisley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the penalty, Martin, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. it's Martin. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got Evans. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They run the counter with Martin. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Second down, Winston. And he finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! O.J. Howard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Brady now on first down. Going underneath for Lewis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Might not be anyone that's run the 2-minute drill better than Tom Brady, 2nd all-time in 4th quarter comebacks.
And even though he's 2nd all-time, it feels like 1st in all the most important comebacks. He's the right guy to have the ball in this situation.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Brady got to have this one. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Buccaneers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, They drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed.